Good morning, traders. This is John Paul, DayTradeToWin.com. Today's February 29th, 2012. I want to show you the Atlas line and how we did today on a leap year. Happens every 4 years, an extra day in February, where there's a huge short here to take, and the Atlas line caught this trade. Had a long just prior to it that really amounted to nothing. It was a long trade here, but it went nowhere. This short trade here, as you can see, was taken to the downside right at about 1040, 1035, and I look at the ATR, the average true range, to tell me whether or not there's enough profit there to take. So I'm always referring to the current market conditions to tell me whether or not a trade is good or not. There's another trade here that is just about setting up that looks like a pullback trade. And what a pullback trade is, we look at a pullback and we look at re-entering into this trade short based on price action. And so my main goal is to show you how price action can really be the best way to trade without any specific moving averages or MACDs or anything like that. Here we have an opportunity that possibly is going to get us short here as soon as we have validation. So what's validation? I have here 2 consecutive bars at least coming to the upside. I should bring up my dome here, and we're going to have, within a few seconds here, if this candle turns red or stays red or has a lower close than open, we're below the Atlas line, which I'm referring to short trade. Alright, there you have it. Short at 1367.75. I'm only going for a point here in this trade. These pullback trades, and I also show you how to trade strength trades, they're only good for 4 ticks a point, especially noting how slow the market's been recently. So under these slow conditions, I'm just going to take a point. Those of you who've been following my blog and everything, that I just adjust here the stop here. We don't need a stop that big. Okay, have a prove it stop right there. Those of you who are watching my reading my blogs, I said to you at the end of January, I put a blog out that stated that if the market is going to close higher in January than when it opened, from January 3rd to the end of January, January 31st, if in fact that's a higher close and open, that is a way to forecast and foretell the year is going to be much higher. So if you look back in your charts, you check my blog posts, I recommended going long, buying the market based on they call it a January analytical presentation of the open to close relationship. And in fact, we are now much higher than January 31st and much higher than January 3rd. And therefore, if you guys were following me, I recommended looking at long trades that this market would go much higher, and here we are. I'm looking for 4 ticks here on this day trade. I have a stop. I also have what I call a time-based stop. If this trade does not make my 4 ticks and does not stop me out within a certain amount of time, there's no reason to be in the trade, right? I'm going to give it a certain amount of time to get me the profit that I want or the stop that I have placed, and we're going to see how this turns out. Alright, so here we are a few minutes later here, and I'm still in this trade, haven't gotten stopped out, still looking for the profit target here at 1366.75, 4 ticks, and we're holding on to the trade. Now, it hasn't hit my time-based stop yet, and so remember, if this trade takes more time than necessary to get me out, then I want to be out of it. And so here's the run to the downside. It's tagging my price. Alright, so I just have to wait. I just had to wait to be filled here. Tagging. See if I get filled here. Alright, there you go. Alright, so I'm out of this trade. 4 ticks, not a big deal. It's only 4 ticks. The good run was a 1371.75 here early on when it fell below the Atlas line. That was the best trade of the day to take. This here is just an additional trade They're both pullback trades and strength trades that go along with using the Atlas line. Those of you who couldn't get into the February mentorship program, the group class, I have a new class starting up on March 15th. And those of you who are interested, email me, go to DayTradeToWin.com, sign up, join up, and I'll see everyone on March 15th. Have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye now.